Hello everyone, this is EA Spuds from Plamo Build Report. Today I'm going to review the Gundam head. This is the Model Exceed Gundam head. This is the first of its kind, and I'll be reviewing that today. So what you're looking at right now is the model head. I guess this is the very first one that came out. As from the previous iterations for the Exceed model series, we got the Zaku head, and Zaku head has been gone through many variations and many series. I believe it's series 3 at this point. So today we're going to look at the Gundam head. The Gundam head, finally, people have been waiting for this. People have been curious how this will work. Will be the review of that. The Gundam has been released from 2018 January. And this is a gashapon series, which basically what that means is if you go to one of those Japanese toy shop, you see the one where you put in the coin and then you twirl the lever around, just like a gumball machine, if you would. So Japan has that series that's been gone through, but today we'll be looking at this Gundam head. This was one of those products, and this one of them you could pick it as random or get it in boxes. They go for 500 yen each, which is around $5 or $6 depending on the tax and the overdraft fee. The kit includes a head base, and how it came into the capsule is interesting. There are other parts that you won't see here that they actually just shoved everything inside this hollow hole. Those included the blade antennas, and also there's been the coverings for all the heads, so you can make it rounder. And part of that includes this base. As you can see, this base is very flimsy. As you can see, it doesn't stick to the head that well. Actually, it sticks to the base itself of the neck joint, but since there are no joints that kind of locks it together, it's eventually going to fall off like that. So careful when you put this in the base. This is very unstable, as it will just knock out and be out of place. And also the blade antenna connection is very flimsy, so just by flicking it out, you can see, there you go, that just goes through. So let's take a closer look at this Gundam head itself. So there are 3 variations to this kit. One is going to be the original RX-78, the granddaddy of them all. RX-78-2, as you can see through the markings on the head. There's also 2 more variations. One is going to be the G3, which is the 3rd Gundam that has been created, and also the full armor type, which everything's going to be green. Between those three versions, there aren't really many differences, so you just pick and choose whichever color you want. Let's look at the detail. The detail of this model has been done very nice. You can see all the mechanical molds that's in here. The clear parts are intact, and there are no messed up paint jobs as far as I see. You will see some gates that has been removed you will see the gates that has been the nut marks have not been cleaned off. So if you're really into perfection, you might have to sand those off, because sanding is life. The head Vulcan proportion is painted very well. There might be little mismarks here and there, but in this case, this is pretty good. The clear part for the eyes and also the sensors has been done very well. You could sense there's that 3-dimensional shape, and also the inside, the paint job is well done. As you can see from the inside, you can see the sensor of the Gundam head to be displayed. If you can get the clear part out and probably paint that silver, I think it will produce a very good result. The blade antenna itself, it's constructed very well. It's a very simple design. There are some paint marks that have not been done pretty well, at least for the version for the one that I got. So if you just look at this very closely, the surface, it seems like there has been some mismatch, maybe too much paint on top. And if you flip to the back, you can see all the other inner details that you see. So you'll see in many of the Gundam fins that you see these, what they call flak, and this is just to prevent from stabbing yourself while you're making this part, because this is age for 5 and up, and they don't you don't want your children to get stabbed by this sharp edge of the fin. So that's why it's there. If you don't want that happening, just cut it off and sand it out and just have it there. So I explained how this was inside the kit, and you'll be wondering how this would go into the kit. Well, there is a way. So as you can see from here, how it's put together. Basically, they had these fins all separated out from the beginning. So just like so, you put it in here, and then later on, they just have them all put through. Pretty simple, huh? This is very innovative on my part. Oh, there we go. This is very innovative for their timing to cram everything together in like a one small capsule. But I preferred it to be in a way that they did for the Zaku head. Personally, the Zaku head, in my opinion, was very well constructed and well thought out in terms of the design. Basically, they were more like Transformers rather than this just putting it together. What's cool thing about this Gundam head, it has some gimmicks that you could use. So one gimmick that they have put together is the hatch open gimmick, which I'll show you. So, and inside here, you can see that it reveals the inner frame a little bit, and it looks pretty cool from this aspect. So one thing you could do is you could just display it as so with the head open, and it looks great. The bad part about this, for those of you who have experience with Zaku head, you could easily take those parts out for painting and to remove any detail. However, for this kit, and I don't know why Bandai ever did this, they basically glued everything together, so you can't really separate them out unless you force yourself with a knife, which will be prone to destroying this kit or even break if unnecessary. And one thing over here, and I've seen a lot of videos of people trying to force this open, but inside the hatch where you actually do the hatch opening, there is a screw that's inside in between. So even if you wanted to take the easy way out, actually scratch that. I don't think there's an easy way out to pry open this. You just have to jab it with your knife and take everything into consideration. Even the clear parts here has been stuck together with glue. Glue here, glue there, screwdrivers here, glue here, and glue here. So if you really want to customize your own Gundam head, it will be very difficult. My overall review for the Gundam head, I'd say I'd give it a 7 out of 10. So the main reason I give it a 7 is, first of all, it looks very good in terms of appearance. This itself is what it seems to be a true iteration or miniaturization of the actual Gundam head that you could display in your desk. However, the one part about the low score is basically the finish. The finish looks like it's not been done carefully, and unable to take it apart and customize it on your own. That's a big minus for me. And also, the parts don't really stick to each other that well. So let me know what you think of the Gundam head. I think the second series is coming out soon. It will not be a Gundam head, but it will actually be Dom head. So I'm kind of excited about that portion. But let me know what you like about this kit, what you don't like about this kit, or should I even call it a kit? This is merely just a gashapon toy. Anyways, so this has been EA Spuds from the Plamo Build Report, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.